breaking news for you here on your Monday afternoon. Ben Doyle is the man. Golden break to start.
And this is 3 in a row for the Maltese. In it goes.
It's Malta who exact revenge 3 years ago on Irish soil. It's the Maltese who qualify.
Brilliantly done.
So good from Declan Smith. Very, very good from Francois 𝗪𝗁𝗃. It is Northern Ireland who are safely through once again to the World Team Shootout semi-finals. The 2023 champions will face Malta for a spot in the big dance once again. Welcome back everybody to the World Team Shootout of Northern Ireland's finest. With me here, Ronan McCarthy and Gary Clark. 2 World Masters stood with me as well, I might say. Gary, I want to start with yourself. Has that sunk in quite yet, me calling you a World Master?
Yeah, you know, it feels a bit more real this morning. I was struggling to take it all in last night there, hardly speak, but yeah, buzzing the day now.
It was an incredible performance, Ron. I know you were right in the corner watching most of it, and of course, you know what it feels like to pot that winning 8-ball to win that title. How proud of you were you of your teammate last night?
There's nobody deserves it more. I watched nearly every match he played all weekend, and he had a lot of really tough games. And to be honest, I've known how good he is for a long time, but I've never seen him so focused and he just totally brilliant performance all day.
Yeah, it was a special one, and we do, of course, wish you congratulations with that. But, of course, this championships waits for no man. We move quickly on next morning, straight in, World Team Shootout. And you put in a decent frame in there as well. Is it weird? Is it giving you like almost an extra bit of a jolt this morning winning that title yesterday?
Yeah, definitely. Back to the team stuff now. We really want to win some titles for Northern Ireland, so hopefully we'll get the job done.
Yeah, it's always been such a strong team, especially over the last few years running. You guys have won all the titles. In Morocco you did both of them, but it's such a strong group and it stayed the same sort of group, only a couple of changes here or there. Has that helped?
Yeah, well, we've a few new faces, with two young lads, but they're all very good players. The pool in Northern Ireland at the minute is flying. A lot of good clubs about, and you know, people are getting a chance to play competitively every week, and the standards through the roof.
And in terms of that match right there against France, it was a great start for you, of course, 3-0 up out the gate. How big was your wee mate there, Declan Brennan's first frame?
Dsagi, I mean, you can rely on Dsagi. He took out a great finish. He's the boy you want to go in first frame for you, because you sort of think you're going to be 1-0 up, and then it takes 2 to pass you every match you play when he's playing.
It should be a fantastic evening. Semi-finals away against Malta. We saw what they just did against Ireland. Great team, and I know they've given you some issues in the team championship this week as well. So how much are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, no, they've got a very strong team this year, so it'll be a very tough match, but we're looking forward to it.
Best of luck for later on, boys. We can't wait to watch those semi-finals. We'll bid you farewell for now. We're going to bring in Barbara Taylor, England captain, to talk a little bit about the women's team shootout semi-finals, which is about to get underway. First of all, a very good afternoon to you, Babs.
Good afternoon, Jemo.
Now, ordinarily, I would be not talking to you right now because your England team would be having something to do about these semi-finals.
Yep.
But a 6-red shootout against New Zealand sort of put paid to that. That can happen, of course. But we are going to talk about these semis because, for me, a fascinating lineup, really. I mean, the first semi-final in particular, Australia versus New Zealand, they were both pretty heavy underdogs coming into the quarters against yourself for New Zealand and for Northern Ireland for Australia. They were 2 upset results, and that's sort of what can happen in a shootout.
Well, I mean, this is the fun part, the fun day for the players, in the sense that it's a format that you can't say, oh yeah, we're going to win this. But having said that, although you say New Zealand are the underdogs, in our match, I thought they were the deserved. If we'd have pinched that in the 6-red, I think it would have been a travesty for them, because I thought they played the better pool. They settled quickly, and they've got some really good players, and it's great for the Southern Hemisphere countries, and this is a great showcase for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is worth pointing out, you know, it sounds almost trite to say it, but it's a long old way for New Zealand and Australia to come and play in this tournament. So in a way, almost for the neutrals, if you like, great to see them get that early boost and then the showcase spot here.
I think it's unbelievable. Obviously, New Zealand have only been coming in the last couple of years, but Australia is over 30 years. They were making a journey for many years to England, and they've been staunch supporters of the event. So they thoroughly deserve their moment in the spotlight. You know.
Yeah, and a really good win for them over New Zealand. Northern Ireland as well.
Yeah.
That Northern Irish team, we've seen already in the team competition how strong they are. A great lineup. And that was a fairly large upset victory, I would have said, at least if you look at the lineups on paper. But Australia showed that they are here to play, and actually, in the shootout, when it can get mixy and it becomes much more about how you're feeling in the moment, they showed they're up for the fight.
They've got a wealth of experience, though, in the team this year. Obviously, because of the distance and the cost for them, they don't.
Yeah, they're up for it, all right.
So because of the distance and the finances, they're not always able to field their strongest team. However, they've got a brilliant mix of experience and some new players, and I think that will stand them in good stead, especially in this environment, because obviously even for Northern Ireland, some of them have not been in the cauldron before.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will talk about our second semi-final a little bit later on as well. France versus South Africa, defending champions in action against a very, very good South African team, led, of course, by the world champion and new IEPF World Master in 𝗪𝗏. Australia versus New Zealand. It should be a fantastic match. You've had the pleasure and displeasure in New Zealand's case of playing them this week. Are there any players that you wanted to sort of highlight as sort of ones to kind of look out for in this match?
I think obviously if I sort of start with Australia, you've got obviously 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, you've got Lyndall Vine. Lyndall Element is just, I think she's Australia's version of me, I think. But New Zealand, obviously, there's some names, faces that I don't know, but obviously Tara Jackson is an ex-England international who emigrated many years ago, quality player. Yeah. And Jojo. She actually played on the last Ultimate event, I think, in the Masters, and has been using that to gain the experience. So, yeah, they're definitely players to keep an eye out for, I think.
Feels like a very different New Zealand team than last year's team.
For sure.
They've really levelled up.
And I've been told that they actually left some even better players at home because they weren't able to come. So I think as they progress as a country, as a nation, and they come to the events, I think, and they get the exposure like this, which will obviously help them with sponsorship, I think they'll only get stronger in the future years.
Yeah, well, here. It should be an absolutely cracking match. Two teams who've travelled an awful long way to be here. They met in round one of the shootout last year. That went Australia's way, but New Zealand will be out for revenge with a very, very fine team. And I dare say, following the drama of your guys' match against England, the 𝗃 red shootout, the way it ended, they'll be all the better for that experience. So when we come back here on the World Team Shootout, we heard that the Aussies are ready. We'll hear the New Zealand lot in a minute as well. It's all Southern Hemisphere. It's Australia versus New Zealand in the World Team Shootout semi-finals when we return.
And welcome back to the West County Hotel here in Ennis, County Clare. It's the World Team Shootout, and we have turned our attention to the ladies' semi-finals. First up, New Zealand versus Australia. This promises to be a titanic battle. I'm Tony Holgate, and joining me in the commentary box is the England women's skipper, Barbara Taylor. Good afternoon, Barbara.
Good afternoon, Tony.
This should be a belter.
Really looking forward to this match. Both matches, to be fair.
It's Ramona Belmont there for New Zealand. And she's up against the Aussie captain, Lyndall Element. Resides now in Melbourne, was of Fremantle, Western Australia. But it is Belmont at the table. These matches are a race to 6 with a match clock of 40 minutes.
But the fun starts with 10 minutes left.
It does indeed.
Yeah.
30 seconds of shot. When it does get to the last 10 minutes, we do change to 15 seconds of shot. And that's when the drama really unfolds.
I've been super impressed with New Zealand, the New Zealand team at this event. It was their first time at the World Championships last year for the ladies, and it was a great experience for them. However, I think the exposure has enabled them to bring, when I say a stronger team, obviously they've got a wealth of talent down there, and as I alluded to while I was talking to JMO a while ago, they're saying that they have players who are even better that weren't able to travel. So I can see them becoming a real force going forwards. And against us, they settled for the first time. They settled really well. They played very, very well in the match against England. Yeah,
I agree. They've become competitive rather than some of the teams that come over to the World Championships are considered a little bit like decoration, if you like, because, you know, they haven't got that amount of pool players. And New Zealand, not a massive country, but they love their sport.
That they do. I don't think you can get much more experience than Lindell, to be honest with you. She's... Yeah,
it's her first time back for a few years. I think it was about 2019-18 she was in the Aussie team. I first met Lindell when I was playing for Ireland, and she was in the early 2000s when she first came over. Fabulous player.
And she is a world champion at multiple sports, not just pool.
BMX.
BMX, yeah.
She's in the Hall of Fame in Australia.
She is.
And that's true, yeah, for BMX. Bike riding, so, yeah.
I think she's actually may have had a bit of a result here. If she doesn't want to stretch over, that red that she's closest to will actually sneak past that yellow into the bottom left. So just a nice little dink. I think the beeps caught her out then, the time caught her out. And these are all the things that the ladies haven't had the exposure to in terms of shot clocks, beeps, remembering to call extensions. As we alluded to in the final knockings of the New Zealand-England match, and I was playing, all of the player had to do was call an extension and run the clock down, and it's clock management. But she's just played a lovely shot there. Absolutely perfect. She can take that yellow straight up into the top right and just pull that cue ball back slightly. A little bit, got to be mindful of her work to get on the black, but I think she's fine.
Just wants to hold herself together. 2 balls away, and giving the Kiwis the lead over their great rivals. A thin-ish cut into the bottom right-hand corner with this 8 ball. Ramona Belmont for New Zealand. Got to be a little bit careful with the cue ball. 8 balls in, and that's what was a little bit worrying for me with the cue ball, but it's down, it's legal, and New Zealand get the first frame on the board.
That's a great start for New Zealand.
Jojo Coleman for New Zealand, out she comes. Big smile on her face. Colby Poole, very determined competitor is that lady.
Another player, Colby, that's been attending numerous occasions over a long period. And what's really good to see in the shootout is it does bring everybody together. As you see, the New Zealand men are there supporting the ladies as well as some of the seniors. I think Baden Jackson, the men's captain, was there. His wife, obviously, Tara, plays for New Zealand. But the noise and the cauldron that it is, it's quite hard to sort of get that across on camera. But it is a pressure cooker out there.
Oh, it is indeed. And it's only going to build as the day progresses.
That white was on its way in. So she's been a great break, but she's been fortunate to get that little kiss to stop that white from going in. But she's not really got a good starter for 10, as they say.
Decent opening pot there. I think she can see enough of that red at the top of the table.
I don't think she was keen on reds, to be honest with you, but I don't think there was much other options available to her.
Of course, don't forget, after this, we will see South Africa taking on the favourites, France. That's to come your way after this match.
That's going to be another classic, that is.
Will be a very good game indeed. French got a superb squad. Always strong, but they seem to have strengthened it even more this season, or this year. As 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗄 sits and looks on.
She's just played a clever little shot there, though. She just opened up that red up, which JoJo's actually just tied back up again. But again, this is where I think the wealth of experience comes in these situations. Again, JoJo, she can afford to run this white ball through and just lay the snooker behind this yellow. Bide her time. Just like that. She's not actually managed to get the snooker, but she's developed them up, and 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗄 is basically forced to play the red that's next to the yellow. So thin cut to the middle. She's played that well.
Nice shot, but it's the red in the centre of the table that's guarded by those two yellows is going to be 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗄's biggest problem.
I'm just wondering whether she might be able to have almost a free go at them.
Is she looking to maybe cut that red up into the top left and send a cue ball into that little pack?
I'm thinking bottom left, but come round off of the two cushions. See, the line was there.
Unfortunately for 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗄, should I say, he's kicked into the black ball. So the red is still her biggest problem here.
And I think the problem is it's all eggs in one basket now. I think she's... See, I think I'd be taking the one up the top and try to leave an angle for this one. She's having to play this with a lot of side.
Overcut it.
That's the side, yeah.
So JoJo Coleman comes back to the table.
And that's the problem. You're concentrating so much on enabling the split that you actually miss the pot. But a tricky little layout here for JoJo. She wouldn't have wanted that.
No, she wanted to nudge that a lot harder to bring the yellow away from the red and go towards that side rail. Then she was fine. So now she's still got a fair bit of work to do, the New Zealander.
Is the loss of turn shot there available?
If you want to leave your opponent a very twitchy long ball into the corner, not sure if you could play it wide enough where she could play the yellow onto the red, leave the cube on the top rail and bring the yellow across and try and snooker.
Run the white through.
That's really tough though.
But this game is all about percentages, isn't it? That's a clever shot.
That's very well done there by JoJo Coleman.
These blind shots are not the easiest though. You're cutting them back into a blind pocket, but yeah, this game is all about percentages. What you do, you're almost gambling. I'm betting that you can't clear up. If somebody does, then you shake the hand and say congratulations, but it's lovely.
Just wouldn't you know it, cue ball lands horribly.
This table is rapid though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is rapid.
Only one shot available if she wants to continue with this clearance. It looks to be bridging over that yellow and playing the long ball into the top right-hand corner.
I think she could actually play it almost like a dead weight, so the white ends up on the top cushion. Like that.
Oh, that's a great shot.
So now you've got to back yourself.
Impressive stuff from JoJo.
Got very nice smooth cue action, JoJo. played her in
I like her
singles.
mannerism at the table. It's very calming.
Yes, sedate. That's a lovely pot.
That is an absolute monster of a pot.
I think she's on that.
She deserves to have full view of this. She really does, because if you can't be rewarded for that shot, and also the one before it,
yeah,
you know, such good cueing from JoJo. And it's going to go near jaw, and she has missed. I was about to say, if she got that finish, that would have been finish of the day today, including all the matches we've seen.
Yeah.
Completely unbelievable. We've seen some cracking finishes through the men's earlier in their quarterfinals, but that would have been another level from what she's knocked in. So 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 for Australia, desperate to level things up here. A very determined walk around the table.
She's always very determined,
She is.
𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. She's a good old fighter.
You can see it in her eyes. Not easy under enormous pressure. Thing is, she either wants to screw this back in so she can play the black in the same pocket, or will she try and kick into it and go into the other corner?
I think she's screwing back here.
Oh, fabulous.
Great cueing.
Really, really well played there from 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. Really is the backbone of the Australian team, is 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏.
She's been a great ambassador for them for many years now. Just like a lot of them have that are in the team at the moment. As I say, you've got Lyndall Vine, you've got Lyndall Element. Such a good advert.
A wealth of experience. And after the ball she's knocked in, you wouldn't expect her to miss this 8 ball, and she doesn't. And Australia are level. And just look at the joy on the Aussie faces as 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 high fives the rest of her team as Lyndall Vine comes into the arena next for Australia. And that is Kerry Lowe. I remember on the very first day in the shootout, she took against your team, took out an absolute barnstormer of a finish.
She did indeed, yeah.
It still sticks well within my memory because it was just incredible. So it will be Kerry to break off for New Zealand against a very, very experienced Lyndall Vine from Australia.
Well, I believe that there was a danger of this match having to start without Lyndall, because she has been playing in the singles this morning and was involved in an absolute mammoth match that has literally finished in the last 10-15 minutes, coming through 6-5 against Amy Claire King. So she will be, South Africa. So not only will she be happy to have got through that, she'll be able to let her arm go and relax. And
well, she's had plenty of practice this morning.
I'd say so.
Amy Claire King, of course, is on the South African team, who we will see after this match. So we will see Amy in action. But it's Lyndall Vine in Australia. Lyndall with a determined look on her face. She's watched her teammate 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 draw them level. She wants to put them now in front. And
you talk about experience. Lyndall's played in a number of different cue sports all over the world. She's played 9-ball in the Philippines, and yeah, she's definitely their most experienced by far. So be more than used to the pressure.
He really is the definition of a fierce competitor.
I'd say a fierce Aussie.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, because obviously the sport over there is very intense, and and especially Paul, it's the passion over there for it is huge.
It's going well here, Lyndall. Yeah. What do you do here, Bobby? Do you play the one in the middle? I quite like that way, just rest the cue on that red and drop the one in over the back and then come.
I think I'd probably go the way that Lyndall's going. I would be looking to try and get it on it now. So there you go. A little bit too far, but again.
I just think by taking the one in the middle, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, well.
Well, I probably could, but
yeah,
you wouldn't have gone wrong.
I'm not so sure about that. But saying that, she does have options because she can take that in the middle and actually draw down slightly and take the yellow, depending on the angle. She could take it into the bottom right. But it does look pretty straight, so I think she might be able to pinch a little bit and come back for the yellow in the bottom left. No, she's done what I said, but she's actually got into it too much. But I think she'll be able to drift past the black to be able to play it into bottom left.
I would have always just wanted to get rid of that one that's in towards the middle bag first. Just gives you a little bit more room to play with. So now she's going to have to run the cue ball about a bit here. Yellow in his corner.
I think she can just miss the black and run it past it. Like that.
Very nicely done.
It's become more difficult than it needed to be, but she's took them out very, very well. And this is a massive black. If you look at the match clock, to put Australia 2-1 in the lead. Lyndall Vine with a great reverse clearance, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's in. Lyndall Vine celebrates with her teammates as she puts Australia into the lead. And a very joyous Melissa Crawley there, the Aussie team manager. With all her paperwork in front of her. And this is Fiona Plummer. Another player that's been to many, many World Championships.
She's up against Tara Jackson. Lovely lady, great ambassador for Paul. As I said before, she many years ago, 20 years ago, was playing for the England ladies. Had the joy of travelling with her to South Africa on a tour. And her and her husband both heavily involved with New Zealand and have helped develop the game over there with some of the other committee members. So Tara has first go at the table. I think I prefer yellows here. Either or, but
yeah, but both available, but both with a problem to solve, mainly on the left-hand side, where the one of each is stuck together. So it's how you approach that is going to be key to this frame. As Tara Jackson elects to choose reds.
I just think there's more yellows in the vicinity to be able to bump and develop them than there are reds. But there's a reason I'm sitting here with you, Tony, and not out there playing.
The same reason I'm sat here. I'm retired. But I do enjoy these shootouts. They are wonderful drama.
They're great fun. They are fun. But
just to watch somebody else go through the mill.
Yeah, but just because they're fun does not take away how prestigious it is and how serious the players are wanting to win. But it does descend into a bit of chaos when the shot clock's running down and people start not panicking, but you're literally chasing the clock, you know. And that'll do. That'll do, Tara.
So Fiona Plummer for Australia at the table.
I've got to give a shout out to Cheryl Congram. She was manager of the Australian team for years and years and years. And she stepped down, and then since she stepped down, obviously, Ultimate Pool have become heavily involved, and the game has progressed, and she would have thrived in this environment, absolutely thrived.
Still that problem. Pair of balls are there. The yellow and the red stuck together. I think the yellow will double into the middle. But Fiona went to play to knock that red in, but send the yellow in behind it and stay at the table. But second prize, the yellow stays, so it's lost a turn. And Tara Jackson will come and have a look at the reds. Double into the bottom left, I would say, was what she'll try and play. Needs to stick a red just to try and get in the way, make things awkward for Fiona Plummer down in that bottom left-hand corner.
That's going to bounce. The gap's there.
But she just needed to put a ball there, just for the nuisance factor.
Yeah, because, again, there's still that problem too that are sitting there, but I think Fiona is just going to play the loss of turn. Yeah, there's still that problem too that are stuck together on the left-hand side, the red and the yellow. Although the red looks better now, because if you can get the right position, it will drop into the middle. And that shot asks a question. But all the time you get frames, scrappy frames like this, it eats into the match clock. We're already down to just under 16 minutes. And I can't see this now becoming a high-scoring match. It's going to be close to, there might even be a 6-red shootout.
We're definitely going to see some chaos when we get down below 10 minutes, certainly when it switches to the 15 seconds of shot.
And that's a lovely shot, and I think Fiona, I think she should be taking that yellow into the right centre at this point. I think she should be taking it in, playing it with a bit of bottom, and she could even be on the other yellow into the middle. I think this is quite dangerous.
Yeah, she needs to bring the cue ball back a bit further there. So now she's got the yellow into the right-hand centre, but all the time the cue ball's going to be pushing into that red that's to the left of it. Now, to get on that other yellow, I mean, I don't think she can.
Well, she's trusting to luck. She's just got to hope that the red then pushes the yellow.
Well, she can get on it.
Yeah.
I thought that would the red and the cue ball would both travel together.
Yeah.
And I thought she might snooker herself, but she's proved me wrong. And Fiona Plummer, can she get a bit of daylight between Australia and New Zealand and get a 2-frame cushion?
I think she's having to go up, take that up the top.
That's not in. And Tara Jackson, well, can she get to the red over the pocket, or is that jaw of the pocket just stopping the cue ball getting there? She's having a good look. Must be tight. Well, if she can't get to the red, Fiona Plummer's been very fortunate there.
I actually think that she can put that red into the middle. I think she can
You would
get
never
through.
play this shot, though. If you can see the one over the pocket, of course you have to play it.
Oh, yeah, she can't see. She obviously can't see the one over the pocket.
This won't be the shot you choose.
No, it wouldn't, for sure.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Has she got away with it? She has.
Have a bit of look back.
Wow.
It's very rare it evens out within the same frame, but sometimes it happens.
So Fiona Plummer now will play across the table, I think. Try and kick that yellow back into the corner that it's nearest to.
Well, do you have to, though? You could bump it and run across. and leave.
I think you're leaving something here. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
But again,
You're trusting your opponent making a mistake now. You've got to try and, I think, grab the game.
Yeah, you do, but also you've got to take. I think you've got to take into account that you're not on the outer tables where we're playing and your arms freely going. You're now playing in front of lots of people.
But then you're presuming about your opponent.
Yeah, you are presuming, but
I'd rather try and win the game.
I think Tara, that's a big pocket. I think Tara. Oh.
And she's got lucky again. Well.
It's very edgy. I thought that was a big pocket for her. Yeah, I thought that was a big pocket down in the bottom left, but. Oh.
Wow. Ball in hand for Tara Jackson and New Zealand. You
can't ask for any more. A great opportunity for Tara to bring New Zealand level.
Been a long frame and eating into the clock. I mean, when New Zealand got to this semi-final via a 6-ball shootout, as you don't want to be reminded of, Barbara.
Yeah.
It was against your good self.
Yeah. I was rubbish.
Are they going to do it again? Is this their way of progressing? Because this is just so tight, this match.
The only thing, as I said earlier on when we were talking to JMO, I actually thought New Zealand, though, in that match were the better team. So I think if we had pinched it, it would have been a travesty. It's not the first time it would happen in any sport, but it would have been, they would have felt very aggrieved. So
yeah, they threw away a lot of chances.
Yeah, they did. They gave away basically the 3 frames to get us to 3-all.
Yeah, they seemed to just have the first chance.
Yeah.
Each frame and got themselves into a winning position, and then sort of froze up at the end of each frame, and your girls came back and pounced every time. You put an incredible black to take it to the 6th red, and myself and Chamberlain were actually talking about that earlier. But Tara Jackson now, these 2 reds. And the black
shot. Oh no!
Well, they're both the same shot.
Oh well.
Trick shots.
Well, she won't have wanted that, but she needs to just take a breath and cue it.
Oh. Nerve jangler, and look where the cue ball's finished.
Again, though, someone's smiling. That black's gone safe, or relatively safe.
And 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, just get this yellow in, put the cue ball right behind the 8 ball. She can play the double.
She's gone for the double. Oh, she's run a bit far.
Gonna have to check it. So you dig down with loads of left-hand side to try and straighten the angle of this 8 ball. Well, she went for it in the top corner. That was always going to be very low percentage.
And we've now crept into the final 10 minutes, so we've now down to a 15-second shot clock. And this is where you really don't have time to think. Tara's looking, but she hasn't got time to look.
Oh, and that's going to seal the end of that, because that's ball in hand.
Well.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Well, she's still going to have to play a decent shot down this rail, but she can put the cue ball right behind it. And it's just gentle roll into the corner. Oh, wiped its feet, but it's gone. Fiona Plummer puts the Aussies 3-1 in front in a quite dramatic frame of pull that just, well, it could have gone in any way, direction.
But again, I hate to keep saying it, but Tara actually had an extension available then. So instead of feeling rushed into that, she could have called the extension and got herself settled so that she could work out the shot.
Wasn't aware of it, I'm sure.
No, I don't think they are. And again, the more we get the opportunity to play in this environment, the more experienced people will become of it.
So Tatum Manning for New Zealand taking on Ashley Smith of Australia. 3-1 the lead for the Aussies. Just under 9 minutes left on the clock. Aussies in command at this moment in time. Dry break from Tatum. So Ashley Smith gets the opening choice.
Oh,
Lost the cue ball.
that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake at this stage, because again with the match clock, it works both ways. Apart from New Zealand having to be conscious of it and be aware of not getting bogged down into tactical frames, again Australia need to manage it in terms of trying to make it messy, trying to It's a lovely little shot.
Tatum Manning dealing with the situation very well thus far. Little kick onto that 8-ball. Cue ball's come around the back though, so she will have a shot into the middle pocket.
She has, but where's the black going?
I was just about to say.
It needs to have a little bit of pace. I think the black has to go into the top left.
Yeah, it's always going to be a big problem. So, Ashley Smith of Australia. She's got time on her hands here. She could elect to play safe, but go game. She might as well look how open the balls are, and also for where Tatum Manning's yellow is in the middle of that top rail. It just gives you a little bit of a breather, doesn't it?
Yeah. To be honest with you, if you are feeling a bit edgy, I would be constantly looking at that yellow saying, let your arm go. Because even if you messed up, you wouldn't be leaving anything at all. So it's almost like a free go, and it's a great opportunity also to run the clock down as well.
Yeah, you feel that if Ashley Smith completes his frame, that the door is about to get slammed firmly shut on New Zealand. Overrun that one a bit though.
Again, it's just, all it is that nervous energy. It's just a bit of adrenaline, but that's okay. She's still cueing fine.
Such a big frame in the grand scheme of things here now.
Yes, huge.
You think Australia win it, that's match over?
Yes.
Kiwis desperate to pinch this one back and give themselves a chance.
And that's fine. That's fine. I think you literally just have to hang in there and try and leave your ball in a place where it's easy to get out of a snooker to hit, or if somebody leaves you the opportunity. But just a little delicate shot here. It's all the time it's eating into the clock. It's good news for Australia. Having said that though, ball in hand. And a dot-to-dot finish really, isn't it?
Yeah, this should seal the deal. By the time Ashley Smith finishes these off, which I'm sure she will, it's going to be only 4 minutes left on the clock, and they're going to be 4-1 up. So we're back into the realms of needing golden breaks or golden ducks, all to go in the favour of the Kiwis. Tap of the leg there from 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. She knows Smith played a decent shot there to get herself onto this red.
Yeah, just a little dink up and down the table. And she's played that well. Needs to slow up a little. Wow.
Oh, look at that go.
Just keeps going.
It is lightning. That 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 cloth, wonderful to play on. But it is very, very quick. This for 4-1. Oh, what a black ball.
That's a great shot.
In it goes. Australia now 4-1 to the good. You really feel that they are heading to the final. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 comes out. High fives all round. And let's have another look at this wonderful 8-ball that Ashley Smith potted to put her team 3 in front of New Zealand.
Especially with the awkward queuing. She had to be very mindful of not catching that yellow.
Absolutely.
And even on the replay, I was watching it again thinking, God, that's really close. But no, this is a great performance by Australia.
So Ramona Belmont's back in the room, but she's facing the gritty, determined 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏.
Has a monster break, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏.
𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 gets a ball. Yellows look very pleasant indeed. She's just called extension. Not much of a lip reader, but I could tell that one.
Yeah, she knows
study.
exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, very well aware of the clock management now as we run down towards just 3 minutes remaining. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 is going to make sure Australia are going to be in that final tonight.
It's very measured and composed.
Absolutely. The second semi-final will be coming up right after this. And that will be South Africa and the world champion and world masters champion Tasneem Solomons will be taking on the defending champions of the women's shootout, the very talented France. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 not too worried.
Nope.
As we come down really to just the final moments of this match, and it will be Australia, we know pretty much now, that will be going through.
Yes, but I still feel New Zealand should be very proud of themselves. Absolutely. At this event so far. I think they've done themselves proud. They've played some good pool. They've entertained. And I think it's just a sign of good things ahead for them.
So just a few moments away and we will be able to confirm that Australia will be in the final. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 knows how to manage a clock.
She's played this frame to perfection, hasn't she?
That's the competitor she is. Played for multiple years. This wonderful game of pool. .40 seconds left. Ramona Belmont. She'd like to just, for respectability, wrap up this frame in quick-fire fashion. Make it 4-2, but it's not going to matter. Or will it? Could we have the miracle? Just won't be time. In goes that 8 ball. New Zealand get one back. It's 4-2. But we are now going to require a golden break and a golden duck, at least in the last few seconds. And we're talking probably about 20 million to 1.
Well, I think you can safely say that they've thoroughly enjoyed the experience. Yeah.
They've been great as New Zealand, as Jojo Coleman comes out to complete the formalities.
Here we go. That was almost similar, I think, when you were talking about trying to get a golden break in the men's. There was movement, but not enough.
Well, here we go. That is it. Australia are in the final as Lyndall Element high-fives the rest of her team. Commiserations to New Zealand. They've had a great tournament, but it will be the Aussies that go through. When we come back, Stephen Jameson will be having a chat with those ladies over there in the green shirts.
A very warm welcome back, everybody. Got Team Australia in the house. Lyndall Vine and Colby Poole safely into the World Team Shootout final. Lyndall, congratulations. That must sound pretty sweet.
Oh, absolutely. We made the semis last year, so to go one better and hopefully one better again will be the icing on the cake for it.
Yeah, completely. And it was a close old game, that, Colby. It went back and forth. It looked for a time there that it was sort of heading towards a 6-red shootout, but you guys got an important lead and held it. How did the sort of flow of the match, how did you find it?
At the start it was good. We were just sort of pacing ourselves, and then once we got that edged in front, we managed to hold on to that lead, and then we just ran that clock down, make it more comfortable for the next ones coming in with that 15 seconds.
Yeah, I got to say, Lynn, I thought you handled that clock in your last frame there so well. I know there was probably some moments where you look back and go, oh, how have I done that? But at the same time, you did what you had to do in that situation. Yeah,
it's always good to go in there, and did it in our last match as well, just sacrifice the time. It doesn't matter if I win or lose that frame when we've got the lead. You know, obviously if we have to win, then I'm going to try to win, but if not, I'm just running the shot clock down. Our newbie Ashley did amazing to win, to give us 4-1, and then from there, you know, I just knew I just had to do my job running the clock down. Yeah.
And for you, it's a crazy sort of hour or so, because you won a deciding frame in the singles. Literally about a minute before this match started, I saw you win that frame over there, give it the big one to your girls over here, join them. What's this last sort of hour and a bit been like for you?
It's been a bit crazy, but that's been good for the match. Like I did a reverse master in my first frame, so I still took the adrenaline from my singles match into this, and carried the team through and got that win to put us in front, and Colby equalised for us, and then we just went on from there, which was great.
Yeah, that frame you took out at the start, Colby, was big, but I wanted to ask you about the team spirit in Team Australia, because it's a tough competition to win, but you're in the conversation for the loudest team here, and it's obviously such a huge distance to travel, such a big commitment for you guys to come, but what I always love is how much every single one of you gives it absolutely everything while you're out there. Team spirit's incredible.
Oh, definitely. We don't leave anything behind, and we're all pumped to be here, and we're pumped to be playing with each other. It's a really, really solid side, and all of us came here because the person next to us was in the team, so as in every person in the team. So we're really enjoying ourselves, and we're looking forward to what the rest of the carnival brings.
Absolutely, yeah, it is a carnival. It's here to be enjoyed, but there's trophies to win.
Absolutely. Let's go, Aussies.
Best of luck for later on, ladies. Congratulations on a brilliant performance. We will see them later on in the final, Lyndall Vine and Colby Poole there. We're going to bring back in Barbara Taylor to preview our second semi-final. Barbara, that was...
Wow.
That was some match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had everything. And like I said on commentary, I think New Zealand should be very proud of themselves. I think they've done themselves well in this environment, considering that they're probably the least experienced with it. So yeah, it was a great match though.
It looked like that experience was sort of the difference in the end for the Aussies, wasn't it? The way that Lindo in particular managed that match clock was, because it's not like she's had loads of experience on it, but I think that's all the years of her pool brain working and working in such a clever way. Yeah,
I think the experience on the Australian side, and not just in this cue sport discipline, Lindo's played in lots of different variants, and you could see in the end the use of the extension, just taking a time, drop a ball. So yeah, that would have come in even more vital if the match had been closer. So you would have always had to have given Australia the edge for that.
And they got the edge in the end. They are through to the World Team Shootout final. Now, who they will play is the next big question. South Africa and France is our second semi, and this is the one that sort of got tongues wagging, because I think it's safe to say these two might have been the two favourites at the start of the competition.
Yeah.
They've drawn each other in the semi-final. Big match feel here. Let's start with South Africa, led of course by the amazing Tasneem Solomons, who's won back-to-back now World Championship and World Master.
Yeah.
She's going to lead that team, but this is a team that bats deep, so to speak.
Oh, well, I mean, you've got Amy Claire King as well, who's a former World Masters champion. Quality player, Joy Sullivan. They've got the experience that's needed, and they're another team like Australia that have supported this event, have been coming for years, so they have the experience there. So yeah, it's setting up for it's going to be a great match. Yeah, absolutely. It sort of feels like in the last sort of 10 years of the women's team event, it's sort of been England have always kind of been there. Yep.
South Africa had a real phase, didn't they, just before COVID?
They did, yes.
And now it seems to be France sort of making that jump. But actually, feels like at this tournament, everyone's sort of met in the middle again, and everyone's in for it. Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I said on the commentary early doors, I think that if you look across all of the ladies' teams, I think the standard in the ladies' game, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, has got better. And it's actually hard to call a winner, because there was always some that you thought, oh yeah, on paper, but now every team seems to have not only the stalwarts, but the new up-and-coming breed that's coming in. The standard is getting better and better. It's great. Yeah, absolutely is. We've got to talk about France, though, the defending champions. I won't talk too much about that final, don't worry. But I want to talk a bit about the French team, though, because an incredible team that they are. They seem to have added from last year. It was already a fantastic team, but they've added a former world champion in 𝗪𝗡 Brunet, who is awesome, obviously. Yeah. But it's an interesting dynamic. So many great players, but I wanted to focus on one in particular, that being 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗁. She's been the form player in the world this year in this form of the game. But she's not had the greatest week individually. Does she have a bit of a point to prove here for France? I think she will, but although I think she will, I think the pressure isn't necessarily on her shoulders, because the depth is so good. Geraldine Champagnet, she's had a great tournament. Colette Henriksen, like I say, 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗁. So she hasn't got the pressure of feeling like she has to carry and lead her team from the front. And I think maybe it's their time to maybe cover for her. But knowing 𝗪𝗁𝗁 and how good she is, because she is just such a world-class player, I think she'll come out with all guns blazing. I think she will have a point. Yeah, I do. Because if it was me, I would. Because you're disappointed, but you're now fighting for your team, so it's not about you anymore. And knowing her and the way she is, and how good a player she is, I think she'll come out all guns blazing. Yeah. It should be a sight to behold. It's going to be a really interesting semi-final. We already know our first World Team Shootout finalists. It will be Australia in the women's final later on this evening. But who they will play is up for grabs. It will either be South Africa or France. Let's find out. Welcome back, everybody. There is the IEPF World Master, newly minted Tasneem Solomons. But of course, that is not exactly a new feeling for her. The reigning and still defending world champion, South African, is unbeaten in a little while in IEPF competition. She won the world title last year. In her next singles tournament, she went and stuck the Masters last night. She is still batting in the world singles. It's South Africa versus France, second semi-final of the Women's World Team Shootout for the right to face Australia in the final. 𝗪𝗁𝗁𝗁, you can see in the background there, prepared, if required, to enter the fray should Tasneem slip from here. But I must say, former world champion and England captain Barbara Taylor. That is quite the break and opening chance for Tasneem.
Yes, it is, and she looks like she's just carrying on from where she left off last night, to be honest with you. I think by her own standards, although she's been getting the results, she hasn't been quite as clinical as she was last year, but there's still no questioning the quality in her play, and I fully expect her to take these out. I think she can run up nicely for that red into the left centre.
Do you think there's maybe because I completely agree, do you think there's an element of still just building into the fortnight a little bit, like she's still got to sort of hit her straps and maybe, you know, we talked about it with Rona McCarthy earlier, sort of find form at the back end of the second week and peak at the right time?
Yeah, I think there is, and then you've also got the element of the added pressure when you're the defending champion. There is that added pressure, whether you...
Yeah, you know all about it.
Yeah, whether you realise it or not, and you're full of confidence, because obviously you're the champion. However, that still doesn't mean that when you get onto the table, you're feeling it, because also all eyes are on you. Yours, the face is on the poster, and so far so good for Tasneem. She's coped very well, and yep, I fully expect her to be able to just drop this in, run it up and down, and then she's got a choice of middle or top left for the black. Yeah, she's doing really well.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly how she played it out. I don't think she could believe how well she held the red to the left centre before, which has just given her a couple of funny angles, but it's just about managing pace here, which should be a-okay, and that is perfectly fine. Lovely visit to the table from the reigning world champion and the reigning world master. And she really is becoming a star in South Africa, is Tasneem Solomons. Marion Jude sort of sums up her week, really. Kicked out the arena without even playing a shot.
I know that feeling very well. Yes, it's yeah, I think we must have both killed some robins before we come here, but no, she's again, Marion. The thing is, and that's what makes champions, is that when she comes out for her second frame, if it gets to there, I have no doubt that if the opportunity is there, she will take it. Yep. And that's what sorts I say the men from the boys, the girls from the
ladies.
From the ladies, yeah.
Sure, yeah, that works.
Yeah. And so Sabrina Brunet, another huge talent who's joined the French team this year.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out this isn't some new star that France have stumbled upon. Sabria's been around a long time, former world champion in her own right, but has been concentrating, I believe, more on the black ball side of things before having the opportunity to play with this France team in the international rules setup. And what a fantastic player to be able to add to a championship side, essentially.
Oh, yes, 100%. The French team, the depth they have, if you look at the player that she replaced, and that's a nice developing shot, but if you look at the player she replaced, who is certainly, you know, young Dorothy, and you think, wow, it's unbelievable the strength that they've got.
Yeah, it's incredible, really. I mean, when I heard the French squad announcement, you couldn't help but sort of feel a little bit for 𝗪𝗏, who I'm sure is watching somewhere at home. You know, French captain, wonderful player in her own right.
Yeah.
But you know, Sabria comes in and you sort of you go, oh yeah, fair enough, I guess.
But you can't argue with it.
But it's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? It feels crazy that they have to lose one. It's such a talented squad. I mean, even you look all the way down the list. I mean, it's an all-star team really, with Marion Jude, Sabrina Brunet at the table now, Anaïs Deon to come in, 𝗔 Champagnet and Colette Henriksen. I mean, that's a deep batting lineup, to say the least.
Yeah.
And you'd probably say one of the sort of less headline players in 𝗔 Champagnet has actually been leading the entire tournament on the women's team side of things. She's been the best player in the tournament so far.
She's had some great results in the Masters and in the singles. Obviously she's lost at some point, but she's playing exceptionally well at the moment. And you can't help but feel that being a part of a team that is that strong gives you that freedom to be able to flourish, and it will bring out the best in your game. So yeah, I think she's been their star player so far, for sure.
Yeah, she's played 13 frames for France in the World Team Championships. She's won 11 of them.
And at this level, that's huge.
Yeah. 𝗪𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗔, for what it's worth, is just next down on the list there. She's 14-11. That's her record. Pretty good. Should stress that the highest percentage, by the way, I don't know if you know this, belongs to one of your charges.
Yes.
Casey Ranford-Norrie, 11-12.
Yep.
𝗪𝗂𝗃 lines up this double. And it flies.
So France are just responding straight back at South Africa.
Yeah, it's sort of what you expect when 3 of the first 4 players on both sides are world champions.
Yeah.
Brilliant from 𝗪𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗔.
Lovely clearance.
And she gives it a bit as well.
You've almost got that feeling that, you know, you have that vibe where they go, it's a shame this isn't the final. It's like you have that vibe to it. It's one of them.
Well, it's what we see often in the shootouts. 𝗏𝗏 Henriksen, the 3rd world champion for France, walks out into the arena. Incredible squad depth that they have. And this is for South Africa on their side. It was Joy Willenberg who was kept off the table last, and this is 𝗨𝗫 𝗪𝗻𝗻 to break off for South Africa in frame number 3. But you know, you look at the shootout, and it's just the sort of thing that can happen. I mean, the team championship, you feel like the best indicator of where teams are, and you look at it, and South Africa are 5 from 5, Northern Ireland are 5 from 6, and France are 5 from 5. You guys are right up there as well, 3 and 2 with England. But Northern Ireland were bumped out in the first round.
Yeah.
by Australia.
Yeah.
England bumps out in the first round by New Zealand. It can happen in the shootout.
Oh,
because
yeah, for sure.
It's so hard to find your rhythm.
Oh, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. That's it. From a viewer's perspective, I think it's brilliant. I love watching this format. I love it.
Did core extension, that helps. But for a second that Sasha was going to time foul. That's a very clever shot.
It's a nice shot.
It's a very, very good shot from 𝗨𝗫 𝗪𝗻𝗻. But these 2 teams both unbeaten in the World Team Championships.
Yeah.
And obviously, of course, in the shootout to reach the semi-final stage. So as a team, as individuals, they've obviously lost matches, but as a team, they don't know what losing feels like yet. And we're into the second week.
We are. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. We're yet to play South Africa. I think we have them in the morning. I think. Not 100%. There's that much going on. My schedule's just ram-packed.
Yeah, it certainly is. I can tell you, just to do a bit of calendar maintenance for you, Babs, you've got New Zealand first thing.
Oh, right, OK.
And then it'll be South Africa tomorrow evening.
Oh, right, OK.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I get to have a snooze in between.
Interestingly, the final game of the group stages is France v South Africa.
Yeah.
Which feels sort of nicely set up, really. And by the time they both play that, they may well both be in the semi-finals automatically. As we take a look back at what 𝗨𝗫 𝗪𝗻𝗻 is doing.
That was a very clever shot. If she's on that,
it's tight.
It looks tight, but that was a lovely shot.
It looks like she's on it.
Yeah.
She's got work to do to get on a final red, though. We'll just accept the double.
Yeah.
Had to turn it.
Wow.
Just managed to die it in. Now, this reminds me of a shot that 𝗨𝗫 𝗪𝗻𝗻 played last week. You might have seen it through the social media. Incredible back double.
Yep.
It's basically a mirror version of the shot that she's about to play. She's got this in the locker.
But there's a lot of traffic she's got to get. It's the traffic side of it.
I wonder if she can get the cue ball up to the top of the table and just hold on the yellow. I don't know if she can. That's what she's tried. She's made the double, but then the traffic comes into play and she's not on the 8. I think that's what she tried. She wants to hold on that yellow and have it available down the rail, but very, very small target that. And hasn't got the luck.
The only other thing I saw literally at the last minute, and obviously it's a lot wider, but I didn't know whether she actually could have tried to double it into the top instead of doing a back double, play it into the top left and be able to get back for the black, but this is a difficult shot.
Wasn't a million miles away.
No.
It's tough that for 𝗨𝗫, and to the table comes Colette Henriksen. Always love the idea of Colette playing in a shootout. Historically, one of the, I think we can safely say, one of the slower players on the tour, but
Yeah.
it forces her to play a different game when she's in this environment. And actually, when Colette plays in this environment, her game actually doesn't really suffer that much.
She's more than capable. More than capable.
Got a touch of the, it reminds me a little bit of Phil Harrison almost in that same way, and they're both sort of similarly classy players. Give them an outside table and all the time in the world,
Yeah.
they will fuss and fidget
Yeah.
and take a long time to get through their work.
Yeah.
But actually, if they just
Did
flow on an
yeah.
arena table, they're capable of doing anything.
More than capable. Quality player.
Let's find a positional shot here.
I think she'd just be able to run it across.
Has played that perfectly. Look at that. Pin perfect from Colette Henriksen. It's been some standard, this. 3 frames at the table, only 1 real mistake. And it was off the back of a great visit from Sasha Lee Adamson, but hooking herself on the final 8. And then Colette with a classy clearance to mop up. And in comes Anice Dayon, who is in an interesting position in the France team, purely because she's in the minority. She's not a world champion.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it?
It's crazy that it's the minority in this French side.
We haven't got enough world titles for you to have another go, but she will be fighting. She will be playing another former world champion, Amy Claire King. She won the World Masters, I want to say, 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was a little while ago now, I think, but an enduringly classy player.
Oh,
has always been there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
She's actually, Amy Claire King, coming off the back of a bit of a grueling defeat, really.
6-5
to Lyndall Vine.
Lyndall Vine, yeah.
Which finished about a minute before the last semi-final between Australia and New Zealand started.
Yeah.
Because I saw from the stage, Lyndall Vine pot the winning 8-ball, turned to her Aussie teammates who were already lined up on the side of the arena to play the team match, give it the big one, said, come on the Aussies, and then went and joined them.
Yeah.
And tough defeat for Amy Claire King. That's a brutal draw at that stage of the singles for both players, you've got to say.
Well, the draws have been strange, shall we say. Wow.
Just going to fall for Anice.
Just an edgy opening pot there, but lovely break.
Yeah, it came out really nicely, didn't it?
Again, it's just about they're all there. It's just about holding it together and some nice controlled shots with the cue ball. That's a nice little shot.
What have you made to the sort of the growth in Anna's game, particularly as part of this French side? I feel like she's coming on every single time I see her. I feel like she's better than the time before.
I think that with a lot of the ladies, though. As you look around, I think, again, I've said it before, now that the calendar and what competitions that are available for the ladies has increased, there is an increased reason to actually put the work in and practice, whereas before, where they were sporadic, it was, well, again, but now we're almost looking for 2026, a full calendar of events for the ladies. So I think they're working hard. I think the standard's improving. And I think we can give the guys a run for the money. I think this next shot is pretty key because it can easily go wrong from it. She needs a nice angle to be able to take that red that's in the middle of the top cushion, play it across to the top right, but to come out far enough to be able to play the other red into the same pocket. So it looks like she's got that nice angle now, so it's just a case of stroking this through. I think she's overcut that, and she has. It's a surprising miss from her there, and so Amy Claire King.
Yeah, it could be a big moment in the match as well.
She's got very limited options. I think it's going to be a case of pot one and then either the loss of turn or the combination shot.
Cool, she was up quick off that.
Yeah,
this is
she was
a little bit of a nervy one.
Yeah, bit edgy, but that's okay.
I think you probably look. It's from distance, but I think you probably look to play the lost turn here. Keep as many balls on the table as you can. Because you can play this with a bit of pace and hopefully run the cue ball a bit and put distance between the cue ball and red. But she's opting to play this one to control the next shot more, which I don't mind.
She's played that well because now I would have preferred it come back another inch or two, because then you can play one onto the other, but you could also screw it behind the yellow as well, so she can't see the red. But having said that, she might be looking at trying to play the combination shot.
I think she fancies the combo. She's as good on the combo, really, from where she was as she could be. Not quite going to get there. And well, Anna's on the double.
She is on the double because there's no benefit to her playing a loss of turn because of where the other yellow's positioned. So, yep.
And that triangle's float down the table as well.
Definitely. And again, if you get the pace right, even if it sits, she's, you know, Amy's pretty much stuck with that yellow at the top and another one on the side cushion. Looks good. Brilliant
shot from Anna. Stay on. What a shot. Money. And it's going to be a two-frame cushion for the French.
Lovely.
Brilliant, brilliant out from Anna Deon. Looked like she was going to get there first time of asking, but the way she got there second time of asking was pretty impressive too. And here comes 𝗔 who's having quite the week, really. She's been brilliant for France. Did lose, however, in the world singles. Someone else is having a great week. 𝗏𝗏 Gibbs-Nichols.
Yes.
Of the England team.
Yes.
With a fantastic win over 𝗏𝗏 in the last 32 of the Worlds.
Talking of 𝗏𝗏 Gibbs-Nichols, she's sat in the crowd there with mum and dad.
This is Michelle Raab breaking off against Geraldine. And speaking of devil, there is 𝗏𝗏 Gibbs-Nichols. Staying awake.
Trying to stay awake, yeah.
Long couple of weeks.
Oh yes, most definitely.
So Michelle at the table then. This is the end of the first set for the women. Race to 6, sets of 5 players. Tough opening ball.
Wow,
That's
that looks
unlucky.
good. That did look good.
Brutal leave if you wanted reds there, you've got to say. Laser focus from 𝗔 Oh, wow. Well, you can't believe that.
That's very uncharacteristic.
Yeah, that's a huge surprise. And reds are still the set. And you've got beautiful last ball hanging over the middle pocket too for your 8 ball.
Again, I think a bit of adrenaline there.
Yeah, has she come too far? She might have done. That's a poor shot from Michelle. There's all the room in the world there to land.
Well, anywhere.
Anywhere below where she is, to the bottom right corner pocket, and she was on a ball.
Yeah.
She's going to tuck up, and I think that's a sensible choice, actually. She's got the better set, but she's going to tempt Geraldine, you'd suggest. Ball top left is fairly routine.
Yeah, you see the little shake of the head there, and she knows. Again, it's the pace of the table as well. We saw in the first semi-final.
It's a lovely shot.
That whiteboard just keeps rolling and rolling.
Yeah, it is quick out there. It is really, really quick. Conditions flawless out there in the main arena.
Well, absolutely beautiful, but very fast.
Yeah, I often think that sometimes the point of this game can be missed a little bit sometimes by spectators when they talk about how generous the pockets play and stuff like that, and sort of feel like sometimes that's not really the point. Like, yeah, it might be easier to pot a ball, but controlling the cue ball is so difficult. You've got all the shots available because the conditions are there, but actually executing that takes so much skill.
A lot more skill now. The cloth is beautiful, so responsive, it's lovely. However, and especially with the lights from the arena as well, I think that adds to the rapidness.
It's warm out there, yeah, it all helps. So nothing there for G.
This is a great opportunity, but it's the key shot is this first shot, and she just needs to leave enough. Well, she's got options, but I think I'd be tempted to be trying to pull it up the inside. But she's gone that way, but she's too low on it, so I think she's going to have trouble. It's going to be a really thin cut, I think, unless she's able to run it around the angles, but I don't think she's able to.
Yeah, it definitely goes left centre, but the angles not at all what you'd want. Excellent pot.
Wow, that's actually a lot better than it looks.
Yeah, that's a terrific shot. Shot before I'd qualify as not the best shot that Michelle's ever played. That was excellent nines. Really, really good indeed. Still requires two very good shots to come. But this almost, if she gets this right, it feels like cash ball in the frame.
Yeah, I think she'd be able to stun off the side. Oh no, she's not. She's running through, but... and went for the opposite ball that I would have gone for. I'd have been playing up to top left. And I've been screwing it off the side and back out for that one in the middle.
Well, they're all there for France on yellows here. Even though it is the shootout, and it's the sort of, the inverted commas, less serious one, does this sort of give France a bit of a mental edge when it comes to the team championships that continues into the second week here? Bearing in mind they won't meet until the end of the group stages, and that might even be a rubber.
Yes and no, obviously, because I've been playing that long that I've... oh, she's just all right. Though I think she's gone too far to be able to get up for the yellow. But yeah, because I have been playing for literally so many years, I've been in a position where we have gone through the group stages unbeaten and convincingly unbeaten. And then a team that we've beaten 13-2 have then beaten us in the semi-finals. And they'd finished fourth. And they'd beaten us and had the rolls and the runs. So I'm very conscious. I don't know whether it works for France, but I learnt very quickly that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't. And I think France will think the same. Don't get me wrong, it's a good confidence booster, but I don't think they'll be reading too much into it because every match is different.
𝗠𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗵 in trouble. Mentioned a moment ago that she was the wrong side. Is she going to make this? Not quite.
Ooh.
But she was the wrong side of the yellow to go up the table. Checked it up with loads of right-hand side into the middle pocket. Ended up snookering herself. And this is going to require a couple of bits of really good cueing here for Michelle.
Yeah.
Just needs a confident stroke. And then the frame just awaits you, basically.
She's cued that well.
It's pretty good. And you don't have to get too fancy with this. It's just about potting the ball.
Yeah. I think she's looking at bottom right, which means she's looking at screwing back, but I think I might be tempted to run it through off the side rail and take the black into the middle, the right middle. But again, it's always about what you at the time feel comfortable with.
Yeah, sometimes it sort of varies, doesn't it? Oh, that was wild, though. That was wild.
Just played across it, yeah.
And that's almost exactly what I was about to say, actually. Some players, when they're under pressure, prefer queuing through a ball. They feel much steadier doing that, whereas some players, when they're under pressure, they don't want to queue through it because that happens. They almost, they're better sort of managing the stroke, more measured.
Yes, and as you say, it's personal choice. I would never... We all see the game differently, but it's what we feel comfortable with at the time, so...
I always think that half the battle at the top level is almost who can play their version of the game the best.
Yes.
So 𝗪 𝗆𝗄𝗃 for a big lead for France.
Wow.
And it stays up.
It's getting a bit tight out there.
Well, even the cameraman thought it was in. I think we all did.
Yeah.
That's a real edgy one. That was similarly edgy. It was a tougher shot. 𝗪 𝗆𝗄𝗃 will just be so pleased to get out of there here.
Oh, yeah. So that's France into a 4-1 lead.
Look at the relief on Emily Fesquet's face.
Like, don't even high-five me. It's not worthy.
Well, they get to move on and they tag Colette Henriksen next in. Good player to put in at this stage. I don't think a coincidence she's been put in first in the second set. Try and avoid that 15-second shot clock, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think so. I do think so, because I played her in one of the ultimate events.
Yes, you did early on, this year.
And she wasn't comfortable on the 15-second shot clock.
Yeah, that was a big Colette lead, followed by a Hollywood Barbara Taylor comeback on the 15-second shot clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Bit late to the party, but still a lot of time left in this match. It's far from over. And
we will see the 15-second shot coming pretty soon. Colette's not going to miss it entirely.
No.
So, yeah, that will come in possibly even in this frame. I think it almost certainly will, unless Tasneem fancies clearing them very quickly. No surprise to see Tasneem coming out next.
No.
Need a frame, you send in the world champ.
It's not just that. This is a race, and there is no benefit to leaving your better players till last. There is no benefit to it. You haven't got time to be waiting around. And again, Tasneem is going straight at these, and she's, especially after the first frame, she's going to be as if she isn't confident already, obviously, but she's very settled.
Do you think as well there's something to be said for the amount of table time she's had out there in the last, obviously won the Masters, so spent an entire semi-final and final out there. I think she had an earlier round on it as well, as the teams. So there's not many who've had, certainly in the women's section, who's had as much as Tasneem Solonen. That's the sort of thing that all the trappings of being world champion. You get the perks.
Yeah, because she's had some of the her singles matches on there as well. So yeah, she's permanently on there at the moment. So yeah, it's it definitely helps. And straight away she's on that awkward ball. I say awkward.
Played that well. Just wonder if she can get out again once she plays the yellow closest to the top left. She wanted to be straighter.
Yes.
So she comes straight back. Just wonder if she's straight enough to come in and out and avoid it, or whether she might have to reroute.
I wonder, it doesn't look like there's much room behind it. You can't go on the inside of it. And there's the buzzer for the 15-second.
Played into it. Trouble.
It does go, but you've got to get on it.
Next shot can be down the table. It's not exactly an easy pot. Is she kicking this? Is she? No, surely not. Yeah, I was going to say. Does have an extension. Used it. thought for a second the way she was lining up, she was going to kick it, but he's just looking to see where she can be to be on it. I think she needs to be pretty straight. It's a lovely pot. Oh, she's in bother. She's in bother.
It's going down a blind alley here. I think I might be tempted to actually literally bump it and try and aim the white ball to be in between those two reds on the top.
Yeah, give Colette nothing to go at.
Well, she's got something to go at, but it's not. And Colette won't care that they're tied up there, although where that yellow has landed, it's just rolled a little bit too far. It would have been perfect if it had sat out.
Well, if you're Colette Henriksen here, you don't need to worry about potting a ball. This is Colette's world that 𝗏𝗏 Solomons is about to be dragged into.
You couldn't have got a better player to play this frame, because Colette could probably run this 8 minutes out.
Yeah, if she really wanted to, she could. 𝗏𝗏, oh, she's going to fluke it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well. Now then.
Here we go.
Henriksen.
That's the story of my life at the moment, so I'm glad someone else is feeling it.
Colette Henriksen can't believe it. She's all smiles. But South Africa might be right back in it here. Makes the next yellow. Is she on the 8 ball?
Yeah.
Of course she is.
Wow.
𝗏𝗏 Solomons is going to bring South Africa back within 2. Wowee, what a fluke to find for the world champion and the world master.
That frame could be huge.
Huge.
Let's have another look.
I mean, I thought she might have fluked the one to the top right, which was sort of in her mind that might happen.
Yeah.
But to the middle left, come on.
I still didn't even see that. Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy.
Could be a massive moment as well for South Africa. Marion Jude looks like someone who is absolutely intent on enjoying her World Championships experience.
Yeah, we've got no option when we've lost.
Yeah.
No. It's but interestingly, she again hasn't got the break.
No. Right, it won't matter on this occasion, as Joy Willenberg is going to break dry and hand the table over to Marion. If you weren't with us earlier, Marion eliminated quite early in the Masters this weekend. Brilliant performance by Margaret O'Driscoll. And eliminated this morning in the World Singles by a rampaging Vicky Lomax, 6-1.
Yeah.
It's a performance Vicky is fully capable of, but maybe we don't get to see often enough. And so Marion's singles campaign ends, so now it's full focus on the team.
And again, another player with the wealth of experience of playing in the arena, so and with the shot clock.
You could make a case of maybe the one who's got the most experience.
Yes.
That's a lovely double mind from Joy. So she's going to go yellows, and yellows have a route out. I mean, they're not nice, but they've got a route out.
It's funny because I see players do that. She's took her extension, but when you're on the 15-second shot clock, you don't actually have time to walk around and see where you want your white ball to be. You literally have to get down and play your shot. And I'm almost wanting to scream and say, no, just play. Don't look. Don't think, just do.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's the lack of time to think that's crucial. So Joy has a thin cut here. She might even be able to play this off the red if she needs to hold the cue ball.
She's got to watch the white. Oh, no.
Very nice pot.
Very nice.
Oh, she is on that yellow. She's digging deep here, and she'll have to keep continuing to do that. She's off angle the wrong way. Yeah, that was missable.
Such a good player, Joy. Really good player. Again, she's been to multiple World Championships.
So here is the newly minted Ultimate Pool Women's Master. Marion Jude won that title a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, moving into the #1 spot, I believe.
She has, yeah. And deservedly so after the year that she's had. It's her third title, which is amazing, really, in that field.
Yeah.
Has without doubt been the player of the year on the Ultimate Pool Women's Pro Series. So Joy is well placed if she gets another chance. The question is, will she get another chance? Hasn't left anything simple for Marion here in terms of the whole finish, but as Marion never needed simple to take out a finish.
No.
As steady a cueist as you'll ever find. It's like a tripod and a metronome together.
Yeah.
Is the combo potentially coming up, or the loss of turn maybe?
I think a go at both, but she would take not the one that's on the rail, because she needs to bring that white ball back.
Was just in time. It is just the loss of turn.
Oh wow!
But she's left Joy Willenberg plumb.
That is a massive mistake. I'm looking at 4 minutes. 4 minutes, just 4 minutes and change left on the clock. This could be huge.
Yeah, just, as you say, 4 and change remaining. If South Africa can squeeze this frame out, there'll be a frame behind with just a few minutes to play. Anything is possible. This match is not over yet.
Oh, yes.
That's a fantastic pot from Joy. Absolutely brilliant. Perfect, really, on the next yellow. You can just float this in. Oh, got a bit excited. Got a bit excited.
I do think it had to hold, it would have had to have been sort of dead weight.
Yeah.
And I think maybe she just fancied queuing through it, like we said before.
She's going to have to queue through this one. Oh, and does. I think it's exactly what it is. I think Joy likes queuing through it. You can see why.
Great shot by Joy. Lovely queuing.
All right, then. Well, there has been a cat firmly flung among the pigeons.
Here we go.
3 minutes left, 1 frame differential. We've actually had, by shootout standards, quite a serene sort of morning and afternoon, haven't we? We've sort of, the writing's been on the wall in most of our matches until now.
Yeah.
This really is up in the air.
I think this is a really nice prequel to the finals tonight. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement tonight.
Yeah, I think so. So 𝗪𝗏 former world champion, breaking off frame 8, 1 frame in front, 3 minutes and 24 remains.
She's got a couple of balls.
It's a brilliant break. She's on a yellow. The yellows look nice as well at first glance.
Yeah.
Obviously take a red if she wanted to, but I think it's yellows.
Yeah, just a little dink. Yeah, that's it. Take that yellow across. Yeah, I think apart from the black ball, everything's pretty straight, clear cut here.
Yeah, the yellows themselves are the easy bit. You've just got to play a good last one to land where she is now, pretty much to be perfect. Looked like she did just play a little bit of a nudge there, and I wonder if she's blocked the path up to top left.
Yeah, I think, but it
goes left centre.
I was just going to say it goes left centre. She's got a nice angle here.
You can almost hear the brain whirring.
Yeah, she's just confirming with the cue that she's needs to be looking for left centre for the black. Quarter extension.
Yeah, this is the shot really. Get in shape here and the frame's yours. Put all of her intention.
Oh. I think she's all right. I think she can pinch a bit of the pocket here.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of angle.
Yeah.
All she needs. I'd say, go as far as to say she's cue ball in hand perfect here. Which is why she took that extra time on the last shot, just to get where she needed to be, but she's a long way short there. The line was right, but just needed a tip lower.
Just dropped the shoulder a bit when she was going through there, but I think she can see enough of it to still cut it, but this is a lot harder than it needed to be.
Yeah, it was a 10 out of 10. Now it's like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Still fine. Cue ball is fine. And 𝗪𝗏 celebrates with her teammates. 2 from 2 for the former world champ. And France can smile again. 5-3. It's going to be, I think, Geraldine Champagnet to come in. Amy Claire King is next out, I believe, for South Africa. Yeah, it's you, Geraldine. 𝗪𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃 is well aware that she might need a little bit of help of the golden variety here.
Oh, yes.
Not necessarily. There is just about enough time without, but a golden break would make the world of difference. 2 frames at 90 seconds is a handy lead. It might not be a decisive one, especially if this 8 ball finds a pocket. Oh, threw everything at it, and the cue ball jumps, and that should be game over because Geraldine can go cue ball in hand anywhere on the table here and can just pot out. That should be that.
Yes, it should.
Well, she's going to start at the top of the table because that's where she can pot 3 balls quite, or 4 balls even, quite routinely. This is
again,
all
here's the
over.
experience. Yeah, just wait, drop it, wait, drop it. I'd just be taking all the easy ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little bit surprised to have to take this quality a shot on. As I say, it won't matter. No, that's the thing.
It won't matter, but I still would be just taking all the easy ones. She's missed it.
So 𝗪𝗁𝗃𝗃, 38 seconds. Might force France to do another break, but it's a quick finish required to force that.
It's a big ask.
And it will, of course, need a golden duck for South Africa to tie things up. See, 𝗪𝗁𝗃𝗃 is definitely the type of player who just likes to have that extra, even if it's just second or 2.
Yeah, definitely.
And you don't have that extra second or 2 in this environment. It is France who are going to go to the final. The defending champions have done it as the bell tolls here in Ireland. They will take on Australia for World Team Shootout glory later on this evening. Brilliant performance from France, who beat South Africa for the first time. South Africa beaten over this World Championship fortnight. And we'll get a word with the French team when we return.